Hello, Aries. So I am here to give you your message for August 2025. I only have three astrological events that I would like to talk about. August seems very calm, so good news. So first of all is the full moon in the sign of Aquarius. That is in August 9th. Now, the significance about this is there is a Mars conjunction in Saturn and a Mars conjunction in Neptune. And so this is significant because this happens only every, I think it's 36 years. The last time it happened was in 1989, which had to coincide with an ending of a regime. The importance of it. This moon signifies the end of a cycle in your life, the end of a belief system, the end of something that has been creating a block, a restriction in your life. It might be accepting others' power over you, or accepting a title that wasn't yours, or anything like that. It can be a transitional period where you're going from being single to being married, from being um, a family with no children to a family with children. It can be graduations. It doesn't matter, but all of us are transitioning in one way or another that is going to significantly impact the way that we move going forward. And that's what this moon is all about, this full moon in the sign of Aquarius. More revealing to us the truest versions of ourselves. So, Aries. Okay, so these two fell together and these two fell together. We have a tower with the diamond, and it says solid foundation, success with effort. And it says diamond, you'll be receiving a precious gift. It says giving too, but I just read receiving when I was reading it. I feel like towers for me are a significant, impactful change that changes the foundation that you had before. And it is actually a gift, even though it might not seem like it. And it's important to say that because people really fear towers because it seems like a big change, right? Not seems, it literally is a big change, but it's a necessary change. And that's what you have to keep in mind. Next is this energy of the tiger. Doing something risky, take a chance. And then Cain, pay attention to your health. Taking a chance. Right here is saying that this change that seems risky, that seems out of like the norm for you, that makes you feel uncomfortable, is actually something that you're doing for your greatest good, for your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Okay. So, I mean, that's interesting. Let's see more about this. Investing in yourself is what I saw when Princess of Pentacles came up. And it does this feels like, I hear un borrón y cuenta nueva, which would be erasing the dry eraser board and starting the project all over again. There might be a blueprint that you were thinking was going to be your life. And this blueprint was based on others people's desires, needs, wants, visions of you or for you in the future, or your desire to help another or fix something that might have not really been your responsibility to fix. And so this is you choosing you. Okay. See, a return of energy. We have the Three of Pentacles, and that's my triangulation. And that's interesting because it does feel like a return of something, and it feels like a return of you, of your truest desires, of your truest wants. And I done told you, because Neptune will be in the sign of Aries for 14 years. This is all about, I'm tired. I'm tired of being everybody else, of doing everybody else, of being the strong one all the time, of having to be the leader in situations that I don't even want to be leading in, and having to choose a path that is more directly for you. The fact that Saturn in retrograde is on top of you also is kind of like really taking a good hard look at the things you committed yourself with and seeing if they're even freaking worth it. and breaking down the wall. Didn't I just finish telling you that the last time that we had this configuration 36 years ago of Mars conjunct Saturn and Mars conjunct Neptune was in 1989, and that's when the Berlin Wall came down. And this is your Berlin Wall. This is your belief systems of how the world is and how things have to be in your life and what you need to do to be a good person, and breaking that bitch down. About time. Ace of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And taking matters into your own hands, right? And taking your life into your own hands will change your fate. In a really free way. Look at that. The Chariot card. That person has their arms out like, thank you, Lee. Thank you, Jesus. I'm finally free. It does. It feels like freedom, because we don't realize how much we do to please and appease another person. Like we pick careers because another person wants them and never was able to obtain them. We pick careers because we want to help a family member. Like psychologists talk about how people that become police officers because they've experienced injustices in their lives. People that become doctors experience death early on in life and want to heal people so they don't die, or a sickness in such a way that it interfered their lives, so they want to heal others so they don't have to go through that. People that decide to go into the mental health profession are there because they've experienced a lot of trauma and repressed emotions that they want to help others in the process to move out of it. So it's like, instead of choosing a role because you're choosing from your wound, you're choosing a role because you're choosing it for you and because it's your divine will, right? Um, this is a scary change, but a very, very good one for you. Second thing is August 22nd. And I tell you, August is very like limited in the big impactful changes in it. The second thing is, but after this August 22nd thing, oh my God, shit goes crazy. The new moon in Virgo, and the sun will also be in Virgo. So the moon and the sun being in Virgo creates this I need to do this checklists, a very mundane energy where you're structuring your life to be able to execute something, to be able to get something done, to be able to progress in whatever it is that you need to get accomplished. Okay? Tell me about August 22nd. New moon. I mean, manifestation. You're literally getting your ducks in a row because you're going to manifest something. And it has a spiritual partnership. And I feel not so much that you're looking for your soulmate or whatever. It feels more along the lines of connecting to your higher self, connecting to your truest self. The wall between you and who you really are is finally coming down, and you're finally listening to yourself. And based on what you've listened to, look at that, love partnership, you are going to activate a change, create a new blueprint for yourself based on what you really want, what your heart is calling you to do. And so this is, I mean, I feel like based on all the previous readings that were like literally slamming you, right, Aries, now this energy is more along the lines of, okay, I got hit enough against this wall. I realized this is not where I want to go. Let me change. Been there, done that. Sometimes you got to get hit against the wall a lot because you might be a little stubborn like me. Here you go. You received the message, three of wands. And this is interesting because it's like you received the message from the hawk, which is your spiritual team. And now, because you received the message, you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy where you are sitting and allowing for the knowledge as to how you're going to create this 3D new reality for yourself to come to you so that you can jot them down. So then this would be like, first, you get this hit in your soul that says, I hate this job. I want to go some other direction. And then you're like sitting in front of your computer and you're like, I wonder what it would take for me to go in this other direction. And you're just gathering information on how to make it happen in the 3D world. But it looks like a sitting thing, so it's not like if you're taking action physically on it, more like gathering information, right? Then we have the Four of Wands, which is the 11 card. Then this is the commencement of that new foundation that you're trying to create after the camera ended. After the breakdown of your foundation that we see happening on the 9th, this is you deciding how you're going to move forward in this new start. Emperor and taking charge. So your divine masculine energy, which is really the embodiment of you guys waking up, okay? Because you have to keep in mind that the Emperor is a representation of Aries. So you're waking up. You're removing the swords that were blocking your heart space. You're stopping this energy of, I want to say, impulsive action, and you're getting the sword out of the stone, so you're getting yourself unstuck. I feel very strongly that you were stuck in a belief system, in a pattern, in a mindset. I don't know what it was. Each one of you guys are different. That was not aligned to you. It was aligned to the people that you grew up with, the home you came from, the neighborhood you're from, your nationality, etc., etc., etc. And it's kind of one of those things where you're just kind of like, I'm flipping over it. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't care what opinion anybody might have of me. I don't care what they say. You know what? Listening to what they say has me living a life that I do not want. So it's time for me to, each person is having to pay the consequences of their own actions. Why do I have to be the person that has to heal everyone? You know, why do I have to be the person that has to fix everyone? I don't. So I won't. That's what that's saying. And that then goes into this next energy. And the last energy we're going to be talking about is August 25th. August 25th through September 19th. A long period of time, right? Venus will be in the sign of Leo. It's entering the sign of Leo and then will be sitting there for a little bit. And what does this mean? This is you reclaiming a part of yourself that you have lost. This is a period of wonder. This is a period of excitement. This is a period of, oh my God, how did I not know that I totally like doing this? That kind of energy. So it's like reclaiming yourself. I really like this energy, but let's see how it's going to play out for you, my Aries. What are you reclaiming? They told me two, so I'm going to grab one more before I look at that one. There it goes. This one came upside down, and the card is the Fate. The Fate's upside down. You're letting go of fate, and you're choosing happiness. I like that. You're releasing your fate, and you're choosing happiness. Fate is something that was written that you're living through because you still haven't learned the lesson. Destiny is once you learn the lesson, you choose to move in the direction that's more aligned to your truest version, to your divine purpose, to your truest expression. And that is the happiness because you're choosing destiny. It's like you're leaving fate. and you're choosing destiny, one of your choosing. The gods don't get to choose the walk that you have in your life. You get to choose it. And you then become a creator with God, not created by God, right? You guys co-create is the difference. And it's not that you're taking away an authority, but you're stepping into your power. There's a difference between the people that pray to God, whatever God they pray to, um, that see them like a father that you keep, please give me this, please give me this, please give me this other thing. I don't want to do this. Can you give me this? And then there's a different one where you grew up and you're starting to become sovereign within yourself. And then you're like, I don't need you to give me this. I need you to tell me, what do I need to do to approach that direction, which I know is mine. The way that God works with your co-creator is very different than the way that God works with you when you're a child that's asking for things. Okay? Because asking for things instead of taking accountability and responsibility creates a situation in which they have to reprimand you when you do something wrong. So that's Old Testament God. New Testament God, we're together and we're co-creating. And that's the reason the Bible has two versions of God. And that's why so many um, religions that have more than one God have more than one God, because they depict the stages of growth in the individual's psyche, right? And so this is a period of growth where you're no longer doing what you're fated to do. You're doing what you want to do. You're destined to do because you chose it. I like this energy a lot, actually. And what are you choosing? You're going to be in a period of the hangman. Hangman is good because that means you're not quickly jumping from one thing to the next. You're taking a moment to take a breath and figure out, who am I? What do I really want? What would make me happy? King of Swords. In this case, King of Swords for me is I'm moving my emotions away from it. And I'm really hitting those books, hitting the resources, hitting the knowledge that I need to be able to make a wise decision for myself. Page of Cups. Going down rabbit holes that you were not expecting to go down. Page of Wands. And taking actions that you would never, ever expect yourself to do so that you can, Sun card, wake up to the person you really are, that you never gave yourself permission to be. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. And awaken your ability to be the creator of your life. I feel like I can't tell you specifically, you're meant to be a firefighter, because not all you guys are on the same path and not all you guys are supposed to be doing the same thing, right? But the other reason why we can't tell you that is because simply you don't even know what you want to be. Like, how can somebody give you advice, knowledge, information about your path in the future if you don't even know what you want for the future? So the first thing we need to do is to slow down, take a breath, and discover parts of ourselves that we never gave ourselves the allowance to discover. And I feel like these cards are literally indicating that. I need to take a breath. I need to figure out what I really want. Because my entire life has been what was expected of me. I don't even know who I am. And so I feel like these months of August through September, really it's only like a month, right? This month of August through September is one of these energies where you're like, who am I? What would really make me happy? Because it's so funny how many people tell me, I want to be happy. And I'm like, that's good. What is happy? And people just can't answer it. So my question to you was, what is happy? I hope this helps you.